Imagine walking into a room where everything seems normal, yet you can't shake the feeling that something is different. A particular woman stands out, not because she's done anything noticeable, but because there's an energy surrounding her, a glow. Something has shifted. Is it confidence? A subtle change in body language? What if this wasn't just a hunch? What if her body is broadcasting signs that she's recently been intimate and you've been unknowingly picking up on them? The truth is, the human body speaks volumes without saying a word. You're about to learn the subtle cues that reveal much more than what meets the eye. Most men are blind to these cues. They're so fixated on the obvious that they miss the deeper layers of communication happening in front of them. But not you, not after today. You're going to learn to decode the unspoken signals, the ones hidden in plain sight. And once you know how to spot them, your perception of human behavior, attraction and intimacy will change forever. This isn't just about curiosity. It's about unlocking a deeper understanding of the people around you. Keep watching, because what we're about to reveal isn't just interesting, it's transformative. Ready? Let's dive into the first sign. Number 1, physical glow and enhanced beauty. Let's start with the most noticeable yet least understood sign, a sudden, inexplicable glow. After sexual activity, a woman's body undergoes hormonal changes that manifest physically. We're talking about oxytocin and endorphins, two power-packed hormones that flood the body after intimacy. These hormones not only affect how she feels, but also how she looks. Her skin may appear more vibrant, flushed or dewy, and there's a natural softness that comes from the rush of oxytocin, often called the love hormone. Why does this happen? Oxytocin is linked to feelings of bonding and pleasure, and when it surges, it leads to a visible reduction in stress and tension. The result? A radiant, refreshed appearance that others might chalk up to a good night's sleep or a relaxing spa day. But those in the know, they understand it's a sign of something more intimate. It doesn't stop at just the skin. Her eyes might sparkle more, her smile may seem more genuine, and there's often a softness to her expressions. These visual cues are subtle, but they can be incredibly alluring. Her beauty isn't just in her appearance, it's in the energy she exudes. People can't help but notice her, even if they can't quite figure out why. But now you know, it's the physical manifestation of post-intimacy hormones. The human body is fascinating, isn't it? Number 2, body language tells all. If you think the glow is the only tell, think again. A woman's body language after intimacy is a dead giveaway, if you know what to look for. Have you ever noticed how someone moves differently after a particularly relaxing experience? That post-massage ease, or that confident strut after achieving something big? Intimacy has the same effect. After intercourse, her body might display more openness and relaxation. Pay attention to her shoulders. Are they more relaxed than usual? Or maybe her posture is less rigid. A woman who has recently had sex might walk with a certain fluidity or grace, as if her body is freed from tension. She's not carrying the weight of stress. Instead, there's a looseness to her movements. And then there's the sway, an almost imperceptible change in how she carries herself, perhaps even more exaggerated depending on the intensity of the encounter. This is the body's way of signaling satisfaction, a form of communication that transcends words. She doesn't need to say anything for you to know she's feeling good. You can see it in the way she moves. Her body is telling a story, and it's one of release, contentment, and fulfillment. This ease in body language is primal, rooted in evolutionary biology. It's nature's way of showing that she's in a state of relaxation and satisfaction, free from the burden of stress. And when you start recognizing this, it becomes an undeniable clue. Her body language becomes louder than words. Number 3, the afterglow effect. Now, let's get into the science behind the famous Afterglow Effect. You've heard of it, but did you know it's rooted in real, measurable biological processes? The afterglow is the period following sex when a woman's body is flooded with oxytocin and other feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These hormones create an overall sense of contentment, bonding, and relaxation. It's like a warm, invisible blanket that wraps around her, enhancing her mood and emotional state. So, how can you spot the afterglow? It's in her demeanor. She may seem more affectionate than usual, offering hugs, touching more often, or being more physically present in conversations. There's an air of calm and peace about her, like nothing can disturb her mood. You might also notice her smiling more, or she might appear more at ease with herself and others. The afterglow can last anywhere from a few hours to a full day, depending on the intensity of the experience and the individual's hormonal responses. But this isn't just a fleeting mood boost. The afterglow can influence how she interacts with the people around her. Whether in a group setting or one-on-one, she may seem more engaged, more connected, and more empathetic. This is the body's way of reinforcing social bonds and connection, a biological drive that keeps relationships strong. In essence, the afterglow isn't just about how she feels, it's about how she engages with the world around her, and when you learn to spot it, you'll recognize it more often than you think. Number 4. Change in mood and attitude. This might be the most telling sign of all, a noticeable shift in mood and attitude. After a positive sexual encounter, many women experience an immediate uptick in confidence. It's like flipping a switch. She may go from reserved or quiet to bold, playful, or even a bit cheeky. Why? It's all thanks to a surge of dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals responsible for feelings of happiness and satisfaction. Imagine the aftermath of a big win, whether it's a career success, a personal achievement, or even winning a game. That same rush of satisfaction is what a woman experiences after sex. Her mood can shift dramatically, and it's almost always for the better. You might notice her cracking more jokes, making light of situations, or simply being more assertive in her conversations. This newfound confidence isn't random, it's chemically driven. And it's not just about being in a good mood. This attitude shift can affect how she handles challenges, how she engages with others, and even how she sees herself. Post-intimacy, she's likely to feel more at ease, more in control, and more empowered. This isn't just a fleeting mood swing. It's a chemical reset that can last for hours or even days, depending on the individual. If you ever notice someone being unusually upbeat, confident, or even a bit cheeky after a night out, it might not just be the drinks talking. It could be a result of something far more intimate. Keep that in mind the next time you see someone exuding confidence and charm. Number 5. Heightened sensory awareness. Finally, we reach perhaps the most fascinating aspect: heightened sensory awareness. This is the body's way of staying hyper-aware and attuned after intercourse. You might notice that a woman seems more present, more in tune with her surroundings, or even more sensitive to stimuli like touch, sounds, and smells. This is because her body is still riding the chemical wave of oxytocin and endorphins, which make her more responsive to her environment. Think of it like this. After a great meal, your taste buds are more attuned, savoring every flavor. After an invigorating workout, you feel every sensation more intensely: the cool breeze on your skin, the pulse in your veins. The same applies after intimacy. A woman's heightened sensory awareness means she's more attuned to her own body and the world around her. This heightened awareness can make her more engaged in conversations, more receptive to physical touch, or even more aware of subtle details in her environment. She may seem more in the moment, reacting faster or more enthusiastically to stimuli. It's as if her brain and body are working in overdrive, processing everything with enhanced clarity. These signs, subtle as they are, paint a fascinating picture of human connection and intimacy. It's not about prying into someone's personal life, but about understanding the unspoken language of the body. When you know what to look for, these signals can become clear as day. From the glow in her skin, to the way she carries herself, to the newfound confidence she exudes, it's all part of the beautiful, complex way our bodies communicate. But remember, this information isn't a tool for judgment or assumptions. It's about awareness, understanding, and maybe even deepening your connection with the people around you.